wild boars are known for their wildness and ferocity, and they'd often harm the ecosystem of forests and farms. Measures to deal with wild boars have been introduced in this video. We will learn how to use wild boar traps most effectively. Please leave number 2 if you are excited about this content. Agricultural fields are always ideal targets for wild boars when they search for food. Whether the field is waiting to be harvested or is being harvested, agricultural crops falling to the ground are a delicious bait that wild boars cannot resist. They follow their currents in search of food throughout these areas. In the fields, seeing wild boar is not difficult. They often appear in the middle of fields and are easily recognizable with their strong appearance and characteristic colored feathers. However, getting close to wild boars is dangerous and should be avoided. You need to remember that although there are measures in place to deal with wild boars, they are still not completely under control. Some herds are still able to escape and roam around the forest. Wild boars are intelligent animals and easily adapt to their living environment. The forest ecosystem is diverse and rich, providing many food sources for them, from plants, fruit seeds to fast-reproducing insects. The big problem is the rapid increase in wild boar numbers, with millions of them appearing in a year, causing the risk of spread and great damage to forest ecosystems. This creates a major challenge in controlling and managing wild boar populations, requiring close cooperation between authorities, communities, and environmentalists. Experts have invented many different types of traps, but not all are effective in controlling wild boars. Some traps are made from small pieces pieced together to form a tight pattern, often made of high-strength steel for durability and safety. Camera systems are also used to remotely monitor trap activity and attract wild boars with bait. A cage is designed to attract them, and when they feel safe, they will invite others to join. When there are enough, traps will be activated to capture them. Each catch can catch from 1 to 5 pigs, and then the trap will be prepared for the next catch. At night, wild boars will search for food more vigorously. Observe them as they advance into the trap, guided by the scent of bait. Nighttime hog trapping is a good choice because in high temperatures, they can experience heat stress and have less ability to forage. It is estimated that the number of wild hogs trapped at night is double or triple that of during the day. These nighttime traps typically yield more catches by morning. Each trap will be placed in one location for 3 to 5 days before moving to another area. A large trap can catch up to 38 wild boars. It's time we discuss creating a larger trap if you want to catch a larger quantity of wild boars at once. The way the shields are put together is done in a sturdy way to withstand the power of many pigs at the same time. It should be noted that with a larger trap like this, you will need more enticing bait to attract wild boars compared to a smaller trap. Once the trap is baited, experts will monitor via cameras to determine the ideal timing to trigger the trap. When the trap door closes, the wild boars will attempt to find a way to escape with significant force. The number of wild boars caught in this trap will then be processed into expensive dishes. Although wild boar meat is quite expensive, before consumption, it's essential to understand the proper processing methods. Feral pigs have spread from 30 to 50 states in the United States, especially in Texas, where they have recently caused extensive damage to crops and farms. Their presence seriously affects the agriculture of Texas, the state with the largest population in the United States. There are an estimated 3.5 to 4 million wild boars, more than half of the species' total population in the United States. The special thing is that they start to reproduce when they are only 6 months old. Each time they can give birth to 10 to 15 young, causing huge losses to the agricultural industry, up to $7 billion per year. High adaptation and diverse diets have created great challenges in managing and controlling wild boar populations. The booming wild boar population in Texas is posing a serious threat to the corn industry. The estimated annual losses caused by wild boars amount to 20% for the agricultural sector. reducing the productivity and income of local farmers. They often inhabit cornfields and wreak havoc on crops, causing damage to the agricultural economy. At the same time, they also pose a threat by encroaching into wooded areas and seeking food sources, creating increasing pressure on farmers. This requires close cooperation between government agencies and farmers to identify effective control measures and protect Texas agricultural resources. Texas farmers have opted to use bows to deal with the invasion of wild boars, and the results have been quite positive. Faced with a significant increase in the number of wild boars, they have implemented a hunting plan to control the situation. Every time they venture into the forest, they prepare meticulously, bringing along their bows, bowstrings, and necessary tools such as knives and bait. They need to have accurate hunting skills to avoid danger and effectively take down the wild boar herds. The accurate aiming range is about 20 to 30 feet, sufficient to inflict quick damage and neutralize the target. Hunters have demonstrated patience and effort to become proficient in using bows, and this technique has yielded promising results. Hunting wild boars with a spear is a fascinating and challenging activity. Hunters often utilize techniques such as boar traps and tree stands to attract and approach the boars. When the boars approach, hunters use the spear and tranquilizers to safely and effectively incapacitate them. The number of feral hog fights has decreased by 30% each year, helping to protect cornfields and reduce pressure on Texas farmers. This also helps stabilize the economy, creating the potential to increase Texas corn export turnover and increase reliability in corn product quality. Dealing with wild pigs requires facing many difficulties. Besides using bows and arrows to hunt, Texas farmers also use traps to control feral swine. However, Farmers in Texas have found a responsible and affordable solution by capturing them and transporting them to conservation areas instead of destroying them. Whenever trapped, wild pigs will be taken to sanctuaries such as the East Texas Sanctuary or the Sam Houston Sanctuary. There, they can live naturally without harming crops. To control effectively, new government measures could be applied, such as using satellite technology to monitor and predict areas where wild boars frequently roam, thus focusing control measures in these areas. They don't need to worry about being hunted anymore, because control measures have been implemented. If possible, visit Texas to explore a wild pig sanctuary and observe them in the wild. Do you agree with me that relocating them to a sanctuary is the best solution? If you agree, please leave a 1. Otherwise, leave a 0 and share your opinion in the comments below. Deer, being delicate wild creatures, are increasingly becoming a significant challenge in the United States, especially in agricultural and urban areas. Farmers and hunters are facing formidable challenges in addressing this growing problem. Facing economic losses and public safety issues caused by deer strikes on crops. The problem of deer invasion not only affects the economy and public security, but also poses many multidimensional problems that need attention. First, this organism can cause extensive damage to crops, livestock, and property, creating significant economic hardship for farmers and landowners. The total value of these losses has reached an alarming $1.5 billion by 2022, highlighting the need for measures to address the problem beyond just the economic aspect. Furthermore, deer encroachment also threatens public safety, especially on roads. Deer-related traffic accidents contribute to approximately 200,000 each year, not only as a safety issue, but also as a threat to society. Hunting is considered a practical and effective solution for controlling the deer population. During the 2020 hunting season, more than 6.3 million white-tailed deer were harvested in the United States, clearly demonstrating the effectiveness of this management strategy. Although hunting can provide many benefits, such as creating income opportunities and contributing to the economy, there are also challenges and concerns. Issues such as environmental pollution, biodiversity loss, and public safety need to be managed responsibly and with practice to ensure that hunting remains a sound management tool. Collaboration between game farmers and wildlife management professionals is a key factor in addressing deer encroachment. Together, they can use new technology, such as animal tracking technology, to improve the effectiveness of deer control measures and minimize negative impacts on the environment and social communities. In this way, the combination of traditional hunting strategies and new technological advances can create a comprehensive and sustainable approach to solving the increasingly serious invasive deer problem in the United States. Conservation concerns are also a point of concern. Overhunting can put deer species in danger, posing a major challenge to biodiversity conservation. Performance controls need to be established to ensure that hunting does not have negative consequences for biodiversity. Impact on local communities is also an important aspect. Although deer hunting can bring income to some communities, it can also cause controversy with environmental conservation advocates. Information management and public education about the benefits and drawbacks of hunting are important. While deer hunting can be a useful means of population management, it is important to do it in a considered and sustainable manner. Performance control, environmental monitoring, and creating understanding within the community are decisive factors in ensuring that deer management meets both economic and environmental conservation needs. The use of live traps and tracking technology not only benefits research and conservation, but also helps reduce pressure and stress on deer as they are moved without causing pain or anxiety lost. This will not only improve the deer's quality of life, but will also promote progress in understanding the animal's behavior and biology. Deer cannot survive near valuable or planned tree plantings that people are developing. To protect crops, people often build a variety of fences, including wooden fences, rope fences, or other systems. This is to prevent deer from accessing and harming crops, protecting agriculture, and ensuring the sustainability of the ecosystem. Building a fence to prevent deer intrusion requires care to ensure its effectiveness and durability. It is important to determine the area that needs to be protected and plan specifically for the type of fence and its location. Construction material selection needs to be done carefully, in accordance with a specific environment and budget. are capable of jumping high. The fence needs to be high enough to stop them. At the same time, for its effectiveness, the fence needs to be periodically inspected and maintained to ensure it functions properly and is not damaged. This not only protects the farm or garden from deer destruction, but also keeps the ecological environment in that area maintained in balance. Fences not only prevent deer access to plants and trees, but also help protect the environment. Maintaining balance between humans and nature is important, helping us and deer coexist without hurting each other. In short, deer population management requires an integrated strategy, combining traditional means such as hunting and more advanced methods, such as the use of live traps and tracking technology. Close cooperation between farmers, hunters, and wildlife managers, along with community awareness, will play a decisive role in finding sustainable and safe solutions to this growing problem. This becomes serious. After the farm owner transports the cows to the processing plant, the cows are hung on hooks to begin the processing process. The cow hide will be separated for production at another processing stage, and the cow's organs and head will be removed. Half of the carcass is then sent to cold storage for a day. Now, the important step is to check the beef for marbling. To measure the grain most accurately, experts often measure the cut between the 12th and 13th ribs. After measuring the meat texture, half of the beef carcass will move to the next step. Each operation is performed skillfully and carefully. The bones are then removed, separating the meat from the ribs. This work is done using a knife and a special hook. This special factory produces 10,000 tons of meat per year, serving customer needs. The plant processes a variety of beef dishes, including seasoned meats, popular with American farmers. These processed meats offer convenience, and their prices are relatively good, in line with the wages of American farmers. The plant is one of the largest beef processing plants in the United States, where beef halves are meticulously inspected and labeled. Labeling is very important because only cuts of beef that meet meat quality standards are further processed and then delivered to consumers. Watching this video may help you feel more secure when buying and using beef cuts from the supermarket, because all cuts of beef, regardless of price, go through a careful quality inspection process. Most of the work at this plant is performed using vertical flow systems and modern machinery. The pieces of beef are hung up and run through each stage, divided into equal parts by the worker using a machine. The beef portions are then ready for cooking. Workers use protective gear safely and meticulously in each processing step. The separated pieces of meat look very delicious. Each piece is packaged, labeled, and exported to supermarkets and stores. Processing workers at American beef plants can earn salaries of up to $150,000 per year, with long-term employees even receiving higher salaries. If you want to work in such a processing plant, then it is a well-paying opportunity. Ground beef patties, commonly found in burgers, are also produced in large quantities at this plant. The method is very simple. The beef mixture, including lean meat and fat, is put into the machine and roasted evenly. Mechanical systems operate automatically without manual intervention. Every day, this factory can produce thousands of hamburgers. Hamburger is a popular processed food in America, often eaten for breakfast. Now let's discover more about pig farming in the United States. In 2023, the total number of pigs raised will be 72.9 million. The number of farms will increase by 2% compared to the previous year. Some pig farms are concentrated in states such as Iowa, Minnesota, and North Carolina. China has the largest pig population globally, with 449 million pigs, followed by the European Union with 142 million pigs. The United States ranks third globally in pig population. Popular pig breeds include Yorkshire, Duroc, Chester White, and Berkshire. Yorkshire pigs are most commonly recorded in North America, found in most states, with the largest populations in Illinois and Indiana. Iowa has the largest pig herd in the country, with about 23.4 million pigs distributed across 5,400 farms. Minnesota has the second largest pig herd with 8.9 million animals. This video also covers the pig insemination process. If you are curious about how many burgers Americans consume each day, please comment number 1 below and share your thoughts. Stay tuned for more discoveries in the U.S. At a farm in Iowa, it takes 15 to 20 minutes to inseminate each pig. Each year, approximately 5 million piglets are born in the United States, approximately 1.5% of which will die shortly after birth, making reducing pre-feeding mortality a top priority for all piglets. Pig farms in the United States. At this farm, they will be fed exclusively with mother's milk for several months before being fed other foods. They will also be vaccinated regularly to help strengthen their immune system. When the piglets are 3 months old, they will be separated from their mother and fed food containing more nutrients. When they reach a weight of 40 to 50 pounds, the farmer will increase the fattening process to sell them to market. Normally, when pigs reach the age of 6 to 8 months, they have enough weight and standards to be sent to the processing plant. Female pigs weighing about 250 pounds typically breed about twice a year and can give birth to 10 to 15 cubs at a time. There are farms with smart business strategies, keeping capital and making money by selling breeds to other pig farms. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, each year about 97 million tons of corn and 38 million tons of soybeans are used to feed about 72.6 million pigs. Pig farming is concentrated in states with large corn production, and this form gradually disappears. Water also estimates that the number of pigs raised and processed organically is decreasing, with most farms switching to providing nutritious food. Farms are divided into areas that are easy to manage, maintain, and care for pigs. Pig barns use more spacious space for pigs and machinery to monitor pigs 24/7 to ensure safety and early detection when pigs are sick or show unusual signs. Every week, farmers will place dry straw in the barn to reduce moisture from pig manure and urine, helping to keep the pigs dry, not only helping them stay warm, but also keeping the pig's body temperature stable in cold weather. Wastewater from a pig farm with more than 4,000 pigs in eastern Nebraska is treated under a modern system. Wastewater is treated not only to irrigate corn and soybean crops on the farm, but also into a sump to produce methane gas. Large-scale pig farming does not appear often in the United States today. There are currently approximately 28,075 processing plants in the United States, with an average of approximately 1,100 pigs processed per hour across the United States. When arriving at the processing plant, the pigs will be degassed with CO2 before moving on to the next stage. In general, a pork processing plant can be divided into 3 areas: slaughter, cutting, and packaging. When arriving at the processing plant, the pigs will be degassed with CO2 before moving on to the next stage. In general, a pork processing plant can be divided into 3 areas: slaughter, cutting, and packaging. The poultry industry in California is at the top in numbers and revenue, with about 300 million chickens. This state is one of the largest chicken producers in the United States. Farmers often own farms that are modernly designed to ensure hygiene, resistance, and good care for chickens. Technology is often applied to monitor chicken health, intelligently manage nutrition, and create better living conditions for chickens. Chickens are raised on nutrient-rich feed, designed based on scientific data and research to ensure the chickens are well cared for, hygienic, and free of disease risk. In addition, there are also chicken farms that allow them to roam freely on grass fields for a period of time. They are raised with organic food and some agricultural products. This is one of the rare farms. However, the annual revenue from such chicken farms is about 7% of that of modern farms. The quality of chicken from such farms is always more expensive than chicken from closed farms. Thanks to this model, they earn more than $10 billion annually from the poultry industry. Chickens in California are not only well cared for their health, but are also raised with smart and reasonable feed, helping to improve meat quality. Some farms even allow chickens to roam free on pastures for a period of time, feeding them organic feed and agricultural products. Although this is a rare method, the quality of chicken from such farms is considered excellent and commands a higher price than conventionally raised chicken. California places a strong focus on maintaining high standards in the poultry and dairy industries. In the poultry sector, the state leads in both quantity and revenue, possessing about 300 million chickens. These chickens are raised on modern, well-designed farms where technology is applied to monitor their health, intelligently manage their nutrition, and provide optimal living conditions. In the dairy industry, California maintains a significant presence with more than 1.7 million dairy cows. Farmers and dairy farm owners utilize technology to monitor the health and resilience of cows, ensuring their healthy growth. Modern herd management technology is used to enhance productivity and milk quality. Feeding robots are used to deliver food at predetermined intervals, minimizing the need for manual labor. California dairy cows are fed nutrient-rich diets designed based on scientific research and data. This not only promotes the health and strength of dairy cows, but also improves milk quality, ensuring consumers receive a premium product. The state's dairy industry generates significant revenue, exceeding $20 billion each year. Strict management and control systems are applied to ensure that milk produced always meets high food safety standards. This commitment to quality and technology contributes to the stability and sustainability of California's poultry and dairy industries. Automated cleaning robot models help maintain cleanliness in the barns. This model has improved beef quality and increased productivity, while ensuring the herds offer resistance to disease. Beef cattle in California are raised on modern farms, carefully applying resistance technology. Farmers also use smart nutrition systems to ensure that cows always have the right feed, helping them grow healthy and have delicious meat that meets high standards. Farm owners use an automatic milk frother system. The entire machine is like a robot that does not require human control. The beef cattle industry in California is growing strongly with more than 5 million cows. Farmers earn more than $13 billion each year from beef production. They own farms that specialize in raising beef cattle, providing nutritious and suitable feed to help them grow healthy and have delicious meat that meets high standards. California not only raises chickens but also many other types of poultry, such as geese and ducks. These types of poultry also contribute significantly to the state's livestock industry, generating more than $2 billion in annual revenue. Poultry in California varies in type and quality. Farmers have leveraged technology to improve management and care for each type of poultry, ensuring they contribute effectively to the state's agricultural economy. As you can see, California is not only a state famous for its sun and sea, but also an important agricultural center. The combination of tradition and modern livestock technology has helped California farmers earn more than $67 billion a year from the livestock industry. Thank you very much for watching this video. Since we don't know about the difficulties you might be facing on your farm, please don't forget to share the problems and difficulties you are going through. This will help us a lot for upcoming videos. Over the centuries, American farmers have faced new challenges due to climate change and declining food sources. They have deployed special security measures, used guns, and complied with wolf hunting regulations to protect livestock. However, do you think this method is effective? If so, please leave number 1 below in the comments section.
Hey, 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 hey! Hey, hey, hey!
Night hunting is considered the ideal option for controlling wolf populations. However, careful preparation and extreme caution are needed to ensure safety and effectiveness during the process. Hunting. Often, this requires close cooperation between individuals to ensure that wolf population control is carried out well. The main goal is to protect livestock and maintain an important source of income for many farmers.
Hey, 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 hey! Hey, hit him! Kill him. Stop! Kill him. Hey.
in addition to wolves. Farmers in the United States also face challenges from wild dogs. They have one distinguishing feature unlike any other breed. Their coat resembles that of leopards, as their name suggests. They live wild in wilderness areas and must fend for themselves. Wild dogs develop and survive in the natural environment from an early age, showing a characteristic temperament with sharp teeth. This creates an interesting situation, where they have to search for food and build shelter to survive. Creatures in this area hope to escape the hunt of wild dogs, but they have to face everything. Luring prey within their reach, wild dogs often attack everything from cattle to boars. All dealings with wild dogs must be maintained with caution and fear, because their ruthless attacks not only affect livestock, but also create a daunting challenge for all living beings in the area. The impact of stray dogs is not simply a threat to farmers' livelihoods, but also creates huge economic losses, estimated to be up to 50 million USD per year. This number not only poses a serious threat to the agricultural and livestock economy, but also has a significant impact on the lives of farmers who are facing this challenge. In the suburban and rural areas of Texas or California, life not only faces natural challenges such as flooding, but also losses from wildlife impacts. Wild boars, seemingly harmless, often invade gardens and are dangerous to agriculture. The uncontrolled proliferation of this animal species has a significant impact on the agricultural sector, posing risks to food safety and food supply. Each litter of wild boars can give birth to 6 to 12 cubs, and their high fertility and rapid reproduction rate pose a major challenge in controlling their numbers. Wild boars are not only wild creatures with high reproductive capacity, but also adapt flexibly in their diet. They tend to consume anything they encounter from plants, creating challenges for managers and having a major impact on the environment and agriculture. Let's explore together how people face this difficult reality and find effective solutions to protect their farms and gardens. Food for wild boars is very diverse, from radishes and potatoes to small insects. They can even carry food to feed themselves, making them formidable destroyers of farms and wildlife. Natural garden. Their ability to reproduce rapidly and lack of natural predators increases the risk of them controlling populations, creating a particular challenge for agricultural environments. In the United States, especially in rural areas, feral pigs have become a major threat to farmers. Their uncontrolled increase, called super wild boar, as the number of wild boars here increases and their reproductive ability becomes stronger. There are about 9 million wild boars every year. Forests occupy about 70,000 square kilometers of land, causing significant damage to crops and grasslands, affecting the growth of feed for livestock and poultry. They also often invade farm areas, causing destruction of cultivated areas, making maintaining stable agricultural production a challenge. And in just 30 years, the formidable wild boar species has rapidly expanded and occupied 39 states in the United States. American scientists have tried to support farmers in minimizing damage from wild boars in difficult situations. However, the problem remains a big challenge as each wild boar can give birth to millions of babies each year, and they take over land quickly. One of the most effective management measures is wild boar hunting. Experienced hunters are licensed and take careful measures to ensure safety and effectiveness. Hunting wild boars not only helps control their numbers, but also provides a natural food source for the community. Wild boar meat has a unique flavor and is an important part of local cuisine. The feral hog situation in East Texas, where there are more than 2 to 5 million animals, costs about $2.1 billion annually nationwide and $118 million in Texas alone. Wild boars are not native, and during the growing season they will forage for food, putting additional pressure on farmers. Please share how you manage the feral pig problem in your area in the comments section below, so we can learn and share solutions. Wild boars not only cause damage to crops and gardens by following fences and consuming newly sown seeds regularly, but also cause great damage to agriculture and pastures. Their behavior of digging deep holes not only injures livestock, but also damages agricultural equipment each year. Approximately 66 to 70% of the wild boar population needs to be cold controlled to maintain population stability and reduce pressure on the environment and agricultural production. To address this problem, the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department implemented a wild boar hunting season in Texas. The destruction of wild boars is allowed using any legal means at any time of the day or night, including the use of night vision and thermal imaging devices.
Aşağı ineceğiz. Aç.
Wild boars have highly developed physical characteristics and hunting instincts. They can dig deep holes, harm livestock, and damage agricultural infrastructure. Male wild boars have long tusks and sharp teeth, enhancing their ferocity. Warning about their danger is essential, especially when they have the ability to enter military areas and cause serious injuries to combat aircraft. In fact, there have been documented cases of wild boars entering the military area to dig and destroy objects such as fighter aircraft. The ferocity of these wild boars is truly horrifying. In 1988, a giant wild boar wandered onto a runway in Florida and encountered a landing F-16 fighter jet. A similarity, the impact resulted in a serious collision that sent the multi-million-dollar F-16 crashing into the nearby woods, completely destroyed by the ferocity of the wild. Not only do they cause physical damage, wild boars also carry at least 30 pathogens and 37 types of parasites, creating a direct threat to human and animal health. To control wild boars, an integrated method is most effective, which includes the use of wild boar traps during control. These access traps are placed in areas where wild boars frequently pass through or frequently appear. The traps are carefully designed and placed to attract wild boars and retain them once they enter. The use of supporting equipment, such as red cameras and surveillance cameras, also plays an important role in this process. These devices help monitor and analyze wild boar behavior, thereby understanding their movement patterns and habits. Thanks to this, researchers and operators can make more accurate and effective decisions. Despite efforts to control feral hog populations, they remain a serious problem in many areas of the United States. The states are facing rapid reproduction and few natural predators, increasing the difficulty of controlling them. Many states have implemented stricter measures, such as aerial hunting at night and the use of specialized traps to control wild boars. Research on wild boar populations from 1992 to 2012 shows that wild boar numbers tend to continue to increase in the next 30 to 50 years. This situation poses the risk of feral pigs completely colonizing the environment in the United States, depending on the effective measures the country takes to meet the challenge of these dangerous feral hogs. Have you ever dealt with a problem of wild boars or stray dogs? If so, please share how you solved it in the comments section below to let us know. And don't forget to press the like button and follow the channel to continue the journey of discovery with cat farmers. Losses from invasive deer can run into billions of dollars each year. In the United States, it is estimated that losses from invasive deer have reached $1.5 billion per year. Invasive deer not only exist in the United States, but are also present in many countries around the world, including Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and Asia. With deer numbers increasing, controlling them is becoming increasingly difficult, should be urgent. Hunting is considered an effective method of controlling invasive deer populations. Deer hunting with bow and arrow is a traditional and effective hunting method. There are many different types of bows and arrows that can be used for deer hunting. Compound bows are modern bows and arrows with a recoil reduction mechanism commonly used by experienced hunters. While the curved bow is a traditional curved bow commonly used by new hunters. The number of deer hunted each year varies by country and region. In the United States, an estimated 2 million deer are hunted each year. To be successful in deer hunting, hunters need to choose the right bow and arrow for the target. Understand deer behavior. Choose the right hunting location and maintain stillness and concentration during the hunt. Although deer invasions are not endemic to a particular country or region, they are a common invasive species throughout the world. Countries such as the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and Asia all face the problem of invasive deer. One of the main problems is that deer often cause crop damage as they dig in the soil to find food, which can damage important crops. One of the effective ways to control the wild deer population is to hunt them. Hunting can help reduce deer numbers, preventing them from damaging fields and the natural environment. There are many types of deer hunting tools, each with its own advantages and suitable for each specific hunting situation. According to estimates, about 20 million fallow deer are hunted worldwide each year, and controlling the fallow deer population through hunting can help maintain the natural balance and protect fields from the effects of hunting. Negative of wild deer. Tips for hunting wild deer include choosing the right time and place to hunt, because deer are often active at night. You should hunt at that time to increase your chances of success. Look for areas with enough food and water, as deer often congregate in these places. Use light hunting equipment to reduce the chance of detection.
Split brows, and then he's got a little dagger point down here, so he's actually a 13 pointer.
Hunting skills and experience are important factors. Understanding wild deer behavior and how to use hunting tools is important to ensure safety and efficiency during hunting. Finally, hunting skills and experience play an important role. Understanding wild boar behavior and mastering how to use hunting tools is important to ensure safety and efficiency during hunting. Wild boars can cause great damage to agriculture and the natural environment by destroying crops, eating seeds, and posing a threat to agricultural production. The extent of damage caused by invasive species globally is a matter of concern. In the United States alone, losses from invasive species are estimated to be as high as $1.5 billion per year, creating a major impact on the country's agricultural sector. Invasive species do not discriminate by country and are found in many countries around the world, including the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and Asia. quail hunting has emerged as an effective method to control invasive quail populations. By reducing quail numbers through hunting, farmers can protect their fields and natural environment from potential damage. The number of quail hunted annually is estimated to be in the millions, with up to 15 million quail hunted in the United States. However, effective and sustainable implementation of hunting measures requires careful management and regulation to maintain balance in nature and prevent excessive quail populations. Cooperation between farming communities and environmental management agencies is very important. Wildlife problems in agriculture remain a global challenge, and control measures, such as hunting, can help reduce wildlife-related damage. International cooperation plays an important role in finding solutions to protect agriculture and the natural environment from encroaching wildlife. If you believe in other solutions or have more information, please share your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our channel and follow upcoming videos. Wild boars cause great damage to the environment by digging up vegetation, upsetting grass and soil, leading to destruction of tree root systems and thinning of forests, causing loss of biodiversity. The global wild boar population, estimated at 100 million, is growing, with 80% in Asia, 15% in Europe, and 5% in the Americas. Wild boars also negatively affect forests by digging for food and water, causing ecosystem destruction and hardship for other animals. Although many measures have been taken to control their population, their numbers continue to increase rapidly due to their ability to reproduce rapidly. The Mind Jaeger Pro Hardplate. Wild boar trap is not only an effective tool for controlling the wild boar population, but is also a breakthrough with advanced technology. Using solar energy to provide convenience and high performance, unique design and easy assembly are the strengths of the trap. Food, such as fruit or vegetables, is placed inside the trap to attract wild boars. The trap uses solar energy through a panel located at the top to provide power for the trap's motor and signal lights. When wild boars approach, the motion sensor activates the trap door, trapping them quickly and effectively, proving the accuracy and quick response of the trap. In many situations, traps are placed in areas with high densities of wild boar, such as forests, fields, and savannas. This strategy maximizes the ability to capture and control the wild boar population in the most effective way. The Mind Jaeger Pro Hardplate Trap is not only popular in the United States, but is also widely used in many countries around the world, including Canada, Europe, and Asia. This widespread use is testament to its diversity and versatility in global applications. Each night, these traps can catch between 10 and 30 wild boars, providing an effective and sustainable solution for population control. This not only brings immediate benefits, but also helps maintain ecological balance. Users can harvest 2 to 4 traps per day, allowing them to control between 730 and 1460 wild boars per year, a testament to the trap's versatility and wide application. The Mind Jaeger Pro Hardplate Wild Boar Trap is not only a tool for wild boar control, but also a symbol of modernity and convenience in population management, bringing efficiency to farmers and hunting enthusiasts. The Board Buster system uses a unique design with a circular outer ring and inner shell to effectively trap feral hogs. Assembly details are described as follows. The first step is to build the inner ring by alternating nails and loose boards. The trap's compartments are tightly seated into slots on the inner ring disc. Next, the axle wheels are attached, of which one is removable for disassembly, and the outer ring is constructed by aligning the panels with the axle wheels and fixing the connection. Finally, the trigger components, including the lever bar, winch foot, and electronic lock are installed. According to a study by Texas A&M University, the board buster system is 80% more effective than some other traps. It is capable of capturing wild boars of all sizes, from piglets to adult pigs. There are many different types of traps designed to deal with this invasive pig species. After 3½ months of pregnancy, a wild boar on this farmer's farm gave birth to 8 piglets. About a week later, they began walking and foraging around the area, displaying their natural behavior of digging for food and eating insects. The pigs head towards the lake shore to drink water and find more food, causing serious pollution in the surrounding area. They use their nose to find larvae and worms beneath the mud. This behavior has become a concern for Canadians, prompting action to stop their destructive activities. To prevent the invasion of wild dogs, farmers in the U.S. have introduced new measures, replacing the entire old fence system with new electric fences, complying with higher safety standards. This is not just a common precaution, but also an effective approach to protect farmers' property and safety from stray dog harassment. However, do you think this is the perfect solution? Share your opinion in the comments section. In addition to dealing with wolves, in Australia, there is another special type of wild dog known as dingo. This is a wild dog native to Southeast Asia and Asia, which may have been introduced to Australia by people from these regions. Dingoes live in organized groups, forming flocks of 5 to 10 animals. They are unique creatures that have a significant impact on the Australian ecosystem. To solve this situation, the Australian government has taken measures similar to the US government, using hunting methods to control the number of stray dogs. This requires carefulness and careful preparation to deal with the speed and agility of wild dogs. Some farmers also use traps as a method of dealing with stray dogs. This trap is not only simple, but also very clever, with a single clip that activates when stepped on by a stray dog. This is a convenient and quick effective method for farmers to control stray dogs. In addition, to solve this problem in a sustainable way, farmers also choose and train shepherd dogs from intelligent breeds such as Border Collie. These dogs not only help control the population, but also have the ability to turtle and guide the sheep in the desired direction. Border Collies, herding dogs, are not only cared for and trained from an early age to understand how to interact with sheep, but also to promote effective herding behavior. This process not only helps them develop the necessary skills to effectively perform their shepherding duties, but also creates a strong bond between them and their owners. Specifically, the Border Collie dog breed, with its high intelligence and agility, becomes an effective partner in livestock work. Care and training from when they are puppies helps them understand sheep behavior and how to interact with them appropriately.